Hello, everyone. Oh, sorry. We're testing things out. How do I sound? Am I okay? Sounds good? Yes, new mic. I got fed up. Might have to do that. We should be okay. Mhm. Something a little different. New microphone. New microphone. Yes. Yes. New microphone. I do still need to set up part of it, but mhm. Uh, thank you so much for the lurk, Tyler. Get to see the new lurk command. What mic is it? It is the Elgato Wave 3. It is a little more on the pricey side. Not too bad. Not much more than my other one. But it had so many more features that my other one did not have, which is very nice. Yes, I'm still tinkering with it, so let me know if there's anything you hear or needs to be changed. Tinker Tonker? Mhm. What kind of features? Um, a whole program that allows me to better tinker with things, because the one for the quadcast just doesn't work. Mhm. Okay, I'm confused. 1 second. Fun? Mhm. I um I'm you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I'm not going to ask about it because I am now very confused. I'm like, "Huh?" Sorry. Receiving an instant message when live, sometimes you get to see the reaction now. You guys get to see the reaction now and my confusion half the time. Yeah. But anyway, hello everyone. How are we today? I hope everyone is doing well. Oh. Hope everyone is well. Shush. Shush. But yes, I hope everyone is doing well. Um, I'm trying to think if there was anything I need to talk about other than new mic and tinkering. What do you think? I don't think so. But if anyone has anything that I hope everyone's been having a good day. If anyone has anything they want to share, feel free. Tired but can't sleep. Oh, that's always the worst. That's always the worst. Yeah, that might be me today, but we'll see. I've decided to take better care of myself, or well, attempt. Ooh, how so? How so? I need suggestions on new fruits to hyper focus on eating. We are changing eating habits. Ooh. Mm, that is very fair. I know, I've been slacking since I started my new job. I've been slacking. I need to get back into my full, um, diet plan and workout stuff. 'Cause it was working really well until schedule change and then threw everything for a loop. Mhm. I'm a high maintenance pet. Fair. That is very fair. Yeah. I know at my job right now, we are doing a health focus, as well this month. So, I've been trying to do that. May I just say no, Edgeworth is best girl. Edgeworth is best girl. I can't deny that. But thank you, Marky. Enjoy your lurk. Have a good stream. I know you're streaming soon. I think wait, aren't you live right now? Aren't you aren't you live? Advanced tactics? No, I got the notification you went live. So you must be in your waiting or starting soon screen. Hmm? Hmm? But thank you, Marky. Thank you for the hydrate, Tyler. I will. I have a little drink with me. Mhm. Also, wait, hold on. When did I stream since? No, I don't think I did. Umgak, we need to talk and cry together about Caramel. I can't remember if it came out Tuesday or if it came out Thursday. Yeah, we need to talk about Caramel. Yeah. I cried. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna joke. Yeah. It it's a very especially, like, to release that before the album, I'm very surprised, but I'm glad they did. But yes, suffice to say, we are doing a listening party for that album. Too much hype has been built. Too much hype has been built. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Also, I've been seeing talks about the new Ghost album, so I've been tuning into those in preparation. Although I don't think anywhere near me is doing the midnight release, so I can't get the album. But that's fine. That's fine. But yes, Caramel is actually sad. It reminds me how oh, how were you introduced? What song introduced you? That's always an interesting thing to see. Oh, really? That, kinda sucks. Yeah. Yeah. It's kinda like your VTuber, you know? Like, sometimes it's fine to find out what they look like, but other times you just don't wanna know, and it's fine because you like the image that's presented, no? Huh? It's complicated, Kane. Oh, I thought you meant specifically Umga. Well, I do still wanna see a gnome VTuber. I think that'd be very, very cute. I do think that'd be very cute. But no, I was more so referring to the whole anonymity. Um, we're gonna freak out when they find out I'm not super short. It's all good. All good. All right, okay. Mhm. Although, to be fair, I didn't let my model mama know, and I'll post it in the, server, but before I announced my debut, my model mama did post a picture of me, alongside some of her other models that she's done. I'm very short, apparently. I'm very short. And/or everyone else is freakishly tall. I don't know which is more accurate. Only a tall person can't get it. But it is very cute. Yeah. Okay. I think you're probably short, lol. Yeah. So, today, since it says the 2-inch terror, can't get getting distracted. How short are you? In danger of being swooped by a hawk short? No. I'm safe from avian predators. Yes. Well, I say that, but if you put me in a cage to fight like an ostrich or an emu, I'd probably lose. Probably. I'm distracted again. Yes. Ah, sorry. Avian bird things. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Today we are playing Ace Attorney Investigation, which is, for those acquainted with the series, is the Miles Edgeworth companion kind of series to Phoenix Wright's side. Um, they aren't the exact same like stories, so if you haven't played, I'm glad I can show you. And yes, I'm not reading chat because I'm going to get distracted again. Do, do. Mhm, mhm. So, that's a Cersei question for sure. True. This is true. Okay, let me get the game up and running here. Hold on. Oh. Oh, okay, so I do need to talk a little bit louder because I'm like, my little singing is not being picked up anymore, which is kind of sad for you all. But yeah, let me get the game up and running. What did I just read, Umgak? What did I just read? Okay, ignoring that. Game. Where is game? Game. Hello, game. Mhm. We're not safe from avian predators. Got it. Got it. Mhm. Mhm. Honey. Sa arigato mo te. Yeah. Hmm. Mhm, mhm. Or I just need to be closer to the mic. We'll see. Do 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 do. Yes, English. Or you can probably hear all this. Uh, roughly 1 emu tall. I see. That hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. Ooh. Things aren't wanting to work with me today. Also, this is very loud, Stray Kids. I appreciate it, but very loud. Ooh. Where is he? Fish one, please. There we go. Does that sound okay? Does it need to be louder? Mm, good. Let me check one more thing. Hold on. Hold. Actually, okay, I'm going to spoil. Nah, it's fine. Oh, ooh, ew. Hold on. I'm spoiling what VTube Studio looks like. Hold on. Ooh, sorry everyone. Give me 1 second. Because this looks horrible. I didn't realize. Because I have so many things on screen right now. Oh, now why did that do that? Oh, God. Hold on. Is it doing this? Wait. Why? Why are you doing this? I changed one thing, and now everything's messed up. Oh no. No, how do I fix? How do I fix? How? I can't adjust that because this is. Yeah, we're closing the game. Hold on. Okay. The OST is a bop. Yeah, it is. No, it's still top corner. What the heck? It was fine just a second ago before I changed things. Okay, I'm gonna try options. See settings. This window. Does that look okay? Or is that too... Okay, no, that's better. Yes, okay. I change one thing and everything goes to hell. Okay. Everything still sound good? Everything's still looking okay. Better? Or too small now? Yeet. Yeet. Or I can keep me big. I can, ooh, maybe too big. Or I can do this. Which would we prefer? Is this okay? Mm-hmm. Or is this still too big? You're good? Okay. I'm trusting wife. So yes, we are starting with Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigations. And we will see if we get to 2. New game. Look at him. Look at best girl. You're doing the HD. Start from this episode? Yes, please. Episode 1. Turnabout Visitor. Hmm. To make sure the defendant is found guilty. Oh, okay. Nope, never mind. I might need to change the thing afterwards. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. But a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what cost. Look at this goober. I'm a progeny of amongst the prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Look at this goober and his silly little hair. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Prosecutor's Building, 12th floor hallway. It's hard to believe I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe's been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe. What's the smell? It's familiar. Blood? Sorry, I'm just gonna rock out to the music for a while. It's fine. What the? What is the meaning of this? Freeze. Identify yourself. Shut up. You've got some nerve. Committing a murder in a prosecutor's office? Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. And he runs away. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I'd be thrusted into the multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. 12:02. Thank you for the head pat. Who's me? Not me, apparently. Incorrect grammar. How could you? I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. Wait, they took pictures of the body and didn't take him to the hall. Well, I mean, he's already dead. He's already dead. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran straight here. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... look what they did to your office. It's totally trashed. I'll say. The culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa, sounds like you're getting burned up all this. This crime's this crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, let's do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We mustn't overlook anything, no matter how small. We are to find the truth. I'll keep any leads or information we find etched into the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that piqued my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Because you weren't home. Keep getting this nagging feeling that there's something important to keep in mind. Why not your office, Maeve? You really want to know the answer to that? I don't think you do. No. Don't worry about it. Please explain. Well, the museum has some very attuned spirits to it. And, let's just say one doesn't like anyone else in the office, other than me. So yeah. No. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, can you really say that it's just a coincidence? Can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office? What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? Also, yes, they always do this with the first case. It's going to be a lot of tutorial. So be prepared. By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That isn't the end result of using a logic. So how do I use it? First, I recall the information I've gathered with Q. Then I connect them together with P. Now, to use Q and recall the facts. Not gonna lie, he's starting to look punchable. I mean, to be fair, in the Ace Attorney series, he's your rival. He's your opposite, so yeah, that makes sense. But he is best boy. He is very fashionable boy. So my office and the P. And then we connect with P. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. I would hope so. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Make Sylvie play the original Ace Attorney. I do also have the original Ace Attorney. I do have it. I do have the collection on my Switch. Oh. Baby. Maybe one day. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime scene as mere coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Is this a BL? No, but it's as close as Nintendo will let. A butt lift? Well, I mean, with how uptight Edgeworth is, you know, it's not wrong. You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, it may have to stray from the truth as well. But if I can think carefully, by piecing leads together, the logic should flow. AKA, we lie out our asses until we get the answer that we're looking for. Well, let's get started with our investigation. Yes, sir. He sounds so chuny right now. He mostly is. Oh no, Edgeworth is 100% chuny. He's 100% chuny. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply use space when I'm next to it. Oh, and if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use T. Okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try for later if I have free time, I suppose. 1 second. Wait. Oh wait, all button tutorials must be related from now on. I will, don't worry. I think it's funny. Okay, let's see, what do we got here, buddy? Ouch, they even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. Oh, you sweet summer child. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside for us after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. I finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine in this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Yes, Sylvie, please punch Umgak. Thank you very much. This is true. Umgak will punch himself. Oh no. Let's see here. There is blood all over his lower abdominal area. Looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Yep. And when the until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Yes, but we were held at gunpoint. We were held at gunpoint. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Beautiful. Crime scene notes. Bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. The body was found at around 2:05 a.m. I will do you the favor of reading this one out. He was penetrated by a foreign object. Yes. Yes, he was. I can see your reactions now. Yeah. It's gonna happen a lot. Are you going to be okay with keeping track of all of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. It's the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I'll keep all the evidence I find, either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press E to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on it. People's profile on hand in it too. Probably a good idea to keep a habit of checking the facts. What do we have here? I will never stoop to Kane's level. I mean... yeah, that's more accurate. Thank you, Sylvie. I can't make that face, so thank you for making it for me. What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing. Actually, what a coinky-dink. Let's have a look inside. Police department. Name, Buddy Faith. Rank, detective. Coinky-dink. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. We already checked that. Sorry. Check that one. My books. My books. All my books. Your files are all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Yes. Aw, I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all that time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I water the flowers every day like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean the place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? I don't believe it. I packed those files on these shelves so tight. Okay, no joke about that one? Good. Good. bad. Not even an earthquake could make them fall off. But just look at them. At this rate, the rest of those files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation's over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. We're not gonna mention that it says gum. I may have at this rate, I'm making you a spray bottle emote. Don't worry, that is my next planned emote. Don't worry. You're slipping, my man, my gnome. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Nope. Oh, wrong thing. Back. Back. Nope. Oh, it's your trophy, sir. The Knights of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. It's not a trophy, it's a shield. They only send this out for winning the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in being the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, it's something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Oof. Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I haven't actually sat down to watch any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself. The hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of the Neo-Old Tokyo is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. That is it's a show geared towards kids. Thank you for the posture check. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-off shows like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show, give it some presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some kind of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Not that anyone that keeps up with society knows at least that much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let's return to the investigation. There are a lot of jokes I can't be bothered to make on phone. Oh, good Imgak. Hope we can solve this quest. Yes, this quest quickly. I hope we can solve this quest quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. Like, what the hell is happening? That thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir? Detective Gumshoe. You know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us have time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. You have caused this. You have done this. Why is Maeve angry? Don't worry about it. Not even once this case is over, I don't think you can afford to take any time off. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is the delicate art. Well, I never. Gun. What do we have here? This perhaps be the murder weapon. So, that would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. Also, wait. Edgeworth. You would know if he dropped off his gun. You were in the room. He didn't just silently put it down. You would have heard the gun clink. Yeah, but that would be like, you'd be like, what the fuck is he doing? Tap dance away. Ah, yes. Yes. The killer is wearing tap shoes. Yes. I think I've seen this before. Try to enlighten me as to where. Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model. Think. Detective. I don't really like guns that much. I mean, really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model a lot around the precinct, sir. I don't use mine much except for emergencies, so that's why I don't recognize it. That's the same type of revolver as the one used in this precinct's detectives. I've gathered a few pieces of impertinent information. Now, to calmly use some logic and figure out if there are any of them connected to each other. I actually don't remember what goes here. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, it's gotta be these two, right? I'm overthinking already. A revolver. The standard model by detectives. Should have belonged to the recently departed. Detective Gumshoe, can you please thoroughly check the victim's body once more? Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What do we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster. It appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Victim's revolver data jotted down in my organizer. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. As I always say, you gotta look really carefully at every piece of evidence. You can use the up, down, left, right. To rotate an object, there's no such thing as a bad angle. Use Q and E to zoom in and out to get to the nitty-gritty. That was good. +1. Q and E. All right. Hold on. Boop boop. Looks like only one round was fired from there. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wresting the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this should be all. I guess this is all we're going to find. We should send the body to Oh god, what voice do I do for him? Should I bring back the Surfer Bro? Is Surfer Bro best for him? Yes. Oh god. Jim. Why? Oh, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Just let me be. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk to him about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure. Just in a bloodstained suit, pal. Rip Jim, ride the big waves in the sky, bro. Yeah. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim was my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So, you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office? Yes, this is correct. Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim. Oh no, he's young. Oh, oh no, Jacopo. He's come back. He's returned in a new form. Hey, don't go jumping into conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. My prosecutor's doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. And that is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then. You're Jim's killer. No way, pal. You got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. It's too early to be drawing conclusions. Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You were the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyways, let's call it a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Hey, bro. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there. Sir. I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. I should probably give them some space. One final tampering of the body. Yeah. That's very odd. Yeah. Ah, your jacket, sir. What is it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing around. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial. That's a hard word. Debut in. Ooh, this is very, very cool. This is 1.0. 1.0 Edgeworth. What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? Take it you haven't noticed yet, detective. There's a giant contradiction right in front of us. Really? Did I just say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me and starting to sound like him. my own methods and will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills will come into play. First, I need to find a spot that holds the contradiction. Sorry, the music's too good. It's the bullet hole! This is it. The bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that is off, I should point at it with my cursor and then press T with conviction. That one. And when I have found sufficient enough proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. It's the gun. Did you press it with conviction? I did. Eureka! This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. The second felled this frame. Hey, that's right. However, the gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? By the way, I've noticed something, sir. Yeah? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Ah, that. It's a secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. Gumshoe. This man is not about money. He doesn't care about the money. I'll spare you the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Think so? I think he likes the things that come with wealth. But I don't think he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna hide all my money. You know? He's the type to tote it. To flaunt it. Mm-hmm. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Achoo! Achoo! Talk about dusty. I suppose that happens when I'm not here to dust it every once in a while. I had no idea the safe was here, or I would have kept it clean for you, sir. Thank you for the bless you. So, when do you put this thing in? It's not something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge about their existence. So, what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store specifically important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it. Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Secret safe. The prosecutor has one in it. Each prosecutor has one in their office. Only they know of them. Trial use. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. So, Edgeworth, why does it look like this, Now this is odd. Have you found something, sir? This keypad. Don't you find it a bit too clean? Yeah, there is a thick layer of dust around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. If it looks like it's too clean, it's not gonna have fingerprints. Yeah, I couldn't find any, let alone lift a single print. It looks like it's been wiped down well. Prints were wiped. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Let's see what we have. Okay. It's only these two, right? I can't tempt fate anymore tonight. I might get a second angry glare. I'm gonna be reformed for a while. No, don't be reformed. Be unhinged. Be unhinged. I think it's these two. Yeah. Yippee. Yippee. Relief I figured out what the murderer was after. Then what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break and enter was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about the crime. I'm assuming theft and signs of a struggle. So, like, he came in and was like, okay, here's the thing. Didn't expect to be caught and wrestled with the guy. Trying to get the gun. Yeah. There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not a result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Okay, that also makes sense. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer was trying to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve these files like you've never seen before, even at a library. Oh yeah, you gonna pack those shelves real tight there, Gumshoe, Real tight. Sure, let's give that a try. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to wake up in less than 2 hours, gang. No worries, Simgak. Get some good sleep. Why do all the good ones die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And? So what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to the rightful place. What's going on? Huh? Kane, I love you. You already have my number. I can't give you another one. I'm gonna slide at your DMs with the subtlety of a battle axe. No need to be jealous, Maeve. Oh no, I'm all here for it. Enjoy your little bromance. I see the brothership, the brotherhood is a very tight-knit community. You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here, and that book goes there. The Brotherhood now has 2 tenants. Maeve is cute in the bromance. Well, one of your tenants is correct, it seems. The bromance seems to be going real strong over at the Brotherhood. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done. It appears that the murder was definitely committed here. Ugh. Those bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh. I suspect the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the handprints on the shelf. Don't make me drag Marky here from his stream. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. And then the guy fell to the floor, right? And the blood on the floor is kind of grossed me out. Come shoo. Come shoo, sweet child. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. But you know I'm no good with blood, sir. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. Yes. There are many things wrong with this picture, actually. Tempting? Don't you dare. Don't you dare. This is the problem. The bullet hole. We're pressing E. Evidence I hold? It's the gun, correct? The gunshot. Ooh, beep, 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 beep. Eureka! This is clearly where the contradiction lies. I don't really see what's wrong with that spot. You don't understand. See, therein lies the contradiction. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, it'd be nice if you just admit when you're wrong. What? Wait. This is the contradiction, is it not? Because these mean it should be up here. If he was standing, it might be a later. Okay, then what piece of evidence do we have that would... The abdomen? Was it maybe that one instead? That I should have done the body? Maybe it was the body instead of the gun? It's either here or here. I'm gonna try. They were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. I'm sure it's this. Oh, whoops. Yes. His body? There we go. Sorry. Wrong piece of evidence. This is clearly the contradiction of what here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? You can always tell when you got it right, because the music dies. You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up. But what if the guy was shot or while he was laying down? Thank you for the hydrangeosity. That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot, which suggests he was standing when he was shot. That means... Wait, what does that mean, sir? I wish I could move my eyebrows to be like gumshoes right now. I can't. I'm trying. It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And that was a mistake that our current contradiction was born. The order of the files. What was the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position? The order of the files. I believe the order of the files is a bit off. You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels are wrong, sir. Oh? Yeah, you see here how the files were shot beginning with the number 0? Yeah, why would 0 come... Why would 0 come before 1 or after 1, 2, and 3? What are they doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird. Actually, the way they're organized right now is the correct order. I will show you why, Kane. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they're arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the incorrect assumption you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up how it was before it was moved? They finished processing the scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faye. Although Buddy is dumb. Killer is dumb. Hello, Samurai. Hello, Samu. I hope you're doing well. I was just gonna say, whoever the killer is real dumb. Real dumb. Why dumb? Because you can see where the next 0 holders are. Like, why would you think they go from here to here and not just across the shelves? No way, we investigators? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I put the file back in numeric order, I guess. Exactly. And then proceeded to shoot the victim. But why would they kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown in disarray twice. Once before and once after the crime. Why? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Let's take another look. Are we finally going to address the gumshoe over here? But we'll do that next. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should be logical. And if we figure out that the killer went through my bookshelf twice. Indeed, there are many things that the killer did that don't make sense. No worries, Samu. Take your time. Enjoy. I was gonna say enjoy studying, but no one ever enjoys studying. Don't stress yourself out too hard with studying. I'm home. Welcome back, Tyler. I hope work was okay. There are many things that don't make sense, but to figure out the whys, we need more information. There must be some reason as to why the victim's body was moved. But there's no time to ponder that now. Let's continue with our investigation, Detective. Roger that, sir. I'm raring to go. It's this. This. What is that? It looks like it says gumshoe. Or, yeah, look, something. Why does it say gumshoe on it in blood? I'd say that's even some incredibly incriminating evidence. Gumhoo. Gumhoo. Or no. Gumhoo. Totally. No, it's, oh no. Is that word TOS? Can I say that? I guess I've said worse. Yes, it's gumho. Gumho. Yeah. Lovely. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me. Say something, sir. It appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? One of the files that was written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit. Investigation complete. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me! Can't be terribly pleased to hear about your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Also, thank you for the head pats, hydrate, and posture check. Samu, I appreciate it. Thank you for the care package. Jim's words. They're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw to his logic, waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. Up. I like how this is like, what I always do, Pink. What we always do, Pinky. Plan to take over the world. Maybe I'm too old and no one else gets that reference. But yeah, that's kind of how I read that in my mind. I got it. Thank you. At least one person also got it with me. I'm just half. That's fair. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic. With this technique. Think I'm too Swedish to get it? Fair. Eye roll? Did you get it, Kane, or are you just rolling your eyes at me? I'm very confused. Is it? Is it fair? I mean, yes. Depends on. I don't know what you guys got for cartoons in Europe. I don't know what you guys got for cartoons. Oh, how? Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? Might as well. All right. First, I listen to the witness's testimony. I find a flaw in their testimony, something that contradicts the evidence. I open my organizer with E and present the piece of the contradictory evidence. To present something, I simply use T, and that's old news. But it's not like there's gonna be a flaw in their testimony every time, right? Correct. That's what, in those times I need to press the witness with Q. Sometimes by pressing, I can draw out new information and new or modified testimony. Okay, good night for real now. See you in an hour and 17 minutes. Thank you, Umgak. Get your sleep. Hmm. I think I get it, sir. But I'll try this technique out during investigations, too. Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Okay, sorry. Pause. Pause 1 second. Okay, so yes, Umgal is great. I also like how Umcat is also a thing. We have many names for Umgak the Impregnator here. Mm-hmm. There you go. Thank you, Kane. That's the list. Mm-hmm. Detective Gumshoe. You stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up with the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. Oh, great heavens. Oh, no, I have not. I have not. But we will let Ungek sleep first before we let him know about that. I keep putting my phone away and hearing more incredible things. Yeah, we get some sleep. In an hour and 17 minutes, we will tell you. Don't worry. Get your sleep. Furthermore, you messed up with the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. And thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it'll be his final words that'll be brought you to justice. Also, okay. Pause. Let's think about this logically, okay? If Gumshoe had moved the body, rearranged the bookshelves, and stolen that book, he would notice the blood. He would have touched the blood to take the book out of the shelf. So I don't get his logic. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear it in Jim's voice, and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in that man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. He doesn't look like Kaiba at all. I don't see it. Very budget. This is the dollar store Kaiba? This is dollar store Kaiba? Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice. No. Wait. Wait. I'm just trying to think of which evidence goes with which one. You can press him for free. This is true.
Hold it!
Why do you think the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't look like your detective doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal. There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. I can't say I disagree with him at that point. Why don't you say something, sir? Gasp. Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove that with evidence. It's because of the book that was stolen.
Objection!
Yeah. I love Edgeworth. He's so funny. I'll take- Thank you for the 2 months, Samu. I appreciate it. Have the emotes back. God, I want to slap his hand away when he does the fucking thumbs up waggle. But best boy, best girl. May is Bay. Oh no, Portsmouth. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Portsmouth does thumbs up. May is Bay. That is a cute tag. If I had something for it, I would use it, but I don't know what to use that for. But thank you. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. Bringing a bit of the courtroom to this, see? No problem, I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would have brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. If you have time to laugh, then you have time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible. What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files that are on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take a file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters that are written on the spine.
Objection!
Objection! There it is. It is possible that they could have taken the file. No, it's not. think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detectives' names should be where the file should be as proof. Hey, I mean, the S is gone, and there's only about a half of the H. If Detective Gumshoe is really the culprit of this case, I highly doubt he could even overlook his own name being written on the file. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Yes! Which means, what exactly? Or does that make this dying message? It makes it a work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. That's so low. I can't believe a criminal even tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm just gonna have him under arrest in no time. Well, Mr. Portsman. Ha 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 ha. Brilliant. Absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of an Olympic medal. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. Meh, you win some, you lose some. That's how life goes. Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. But you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up. However, what is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved I'm innocent, pal. That's absolutely right. And I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I have a sense that you still have something to say? Well, I was thinking. Did you know there is one other person with a key to this office? One other person? Hey, you there. Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady over here for me? A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as my material witness. Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't! What's wrong with him all of a sudden? I believe she needs no introduction. I've called Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Detective Gumshoe, sir. Maggie. Miss Bird is a security guard on watch tonight. I see. And your point is? My point is that she could have very well used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in the building. What? If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you! Never sneak into someone's room! I love how zooted your model looks. Exactly. I tried to do that purposefully. That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right, I did it. Can we take that as a confession, detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handles, detective. There's no need there for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason. Stop flashing your coat, buddy, or I'm gonna smack you across the face. Reason for suspicion. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that only leaves Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. You're saying she used the master key, which apparently no one knew about except you. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then. This is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. But I'm not so zooted that I can't hit a ball correctly, yeah. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have had access to the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portman to give me more details is to press him. Here we go, bro. Time to press him. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. How do you know that? Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who would have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I'd hate getting sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean, unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. But can you really trust her not to tell lies? Plus, I hate wasting time. Should I hear Miss Bird out? Yes. Ask for more details. Not so fast. I, too, am interested in what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. Don't listen to the government, man. Birds are just spies sent by the government to control us. Hell yeah, brother. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. Killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsman, I believe that this is a very important piece of the testimony. Don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key on you now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. A likely story. And where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it usually is because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me. You don't want to just test how bad her... Wait. Trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Wouldn't that mean she loses everything? Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of evidence as testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But, you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. Her motive? Didn't we already establish it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. But my friend, you're forgetting a critical piece. It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all this evidence points towards a motive theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time for a counterattack of a few facts of my own. Her intent, from the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery. Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door. And only leaves Miss Bird as our prime suspect. But it's because she wouldn't have known about the safe.
Objection!
She shouldn't have known about the safe. You wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something. Why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Wait, what? There we go. I'm like trying to make the noise and I'm like, it's not picking up. I find it a little hard to believe that Rewind. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was part of her cunning plan. But but she couldn't have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly where they were looking. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Yeah, even I didn't know about the safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie would have known about it either. Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? I... Curses. Why? What made you... What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners. Like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. And that means... Yeah, I know. I've only just told him to. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the theft who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief. And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me? I mean, you are the security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit far, even in your risky profession. What the? You're still accusing a Maggie of murder? Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who probably had drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have had a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it. Wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us. Unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Okay. Maggie's security, she doesn't have a gun. I don't think. This is Japan, America. America. Would they have guns just readily? Yeah, I guess they do. Probably. Would Maggie, a security guard, have a gun? America. I mean, the cops do. Yes, but Maggie's not a cop. Because remember, we have to have 2 guns. There's got to be 2 guns. I don't remember any security or so having them. So even if she took There are definitely wild guns in the original game. There are. I'm just thinking, would sweet innocent Maggie Bird have a secondary gun? You know? Mr. Portsmouth, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? Sorry. I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way. Everything else makes sense. Has he no honor? Okay. Okay, honestly tell me, if between her and Mr. Portsman, you're not leaning that she's probably fine? If you're not leaning that way, I swear to God. I swear. Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. Ah, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You're all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run this show. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to tell you this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. I almost said that in the wrong voice. But, sir, we have no choice but to accommodate his request. For now. Ha ha. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman. We will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear? To be continued. Yes. Save our progress. Now let us continue immediately. Exactly. What is that what is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. So then what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Really, sir? For example, this hallway. The linchpin in his argument against Miss Bird. She's related to the Master Key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to take a look for some more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door. Boop, 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 boop. My door. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. 1202. These 4 numbers on the number plate alone proclaim that this is my office. Whoops. Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir. They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant. Although, The idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... Minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. It's sturdily made, making it nearly impossible to break by force. It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door. Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards, and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a poignant trait that anyone can admire. I see. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone. Right. That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir. It wasn't meant to be. I don't see any signs of forced entry. And according to the guard, no signs of that the lock was picked either, sir. Meaning that the door was really opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted off from the doorknob? Apparently, the doorknob is as clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think. Whoever the thief is, they did a good job of not leaving behind any clues. I think that's it. Plate. Key. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. What is this? There it is. Now it is. Isn't that the missing Zero series file? No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it as clear as day. There seems to be a few pages missing. The thief only took what was necessary and left the rest behind. So, what are these Zero files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them then, huh? Not particularly. It's a collection of court case files. However, the case within these files are not mine. Huh? They belong to the high prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons. Let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. That means that the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. Wonder why anyone would care so much about an old case. Honestly, Gumshoe, all of these games are about cases that are really old. There's always a really old case that they're like, it's back. A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is quite excellent. Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know. You would even sleep out here, detective? In the hallway? Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends the same way. Me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful? Maybe I should give that a try sometime. To envision myself winning, naturally. I think that's it. Here. I bet the thief's not under here. I guess that's not enough space for anyone to hide under there anyway. I mean, if someone could contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed. Sounds like someone has already tried once before. What is a basketball doing here? That's Mr. Portman's That's Mr. Portman's prized possession, sir. I also heard he plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. What is a basketball hoop doing here? Hey, didn't this used to be just outside the next building, or the building outside the next? Oh my god, I cannot read anymore. Morgana has taken all of my reading ability. Hey, didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly, but one of the officers dragged it up here recently. Dragged it? I heard it couldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it in himself. All the way up to the 12th floor? No. No. Why would you drag a basketball hoop up 12 floors? I don't understand. He was told to, but like, take it apart. Bring pieces in the elevator. There are easier ways. There are easier ways. This office. 1203, 1203. Hey, Maggie, whose room is this again? That's Mr. Portman, sir. So he's my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. Not paid enough, muscles go burr. Hello, sir. Looks like you're in quite a pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. And we pretend an hour and 15 minutes has passed. How long has it been? We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly post-haste. Sounds like you've got a messy case on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open. How gracious. I'll keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this... This is a dream. Dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth. I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing her my notes with tea. So what's this about my legend being spread in other chats? Great question. So, what had happened? Oh god, do I remember who I can't remember which one I had submitted Maeve, me, to a, I think it was a smash or pass thing another VTuber was doing. And one thing I didn't realize they were doing was they were going through clips. And apparently, the first clip on the channel that they saw was the impregnator clip. Oh, it was director, I think. I think it was director Chugi. She was doing it wasn't a smash or pass. It was a different tier list. But yes, that was the first clip and only clip she watched of us. So, performance review. Yes, this is correct. Kane, do you know if the VOD's still up for that? I don't know anymore. If it is, I will check and share. Thank you. If it is available, yes. I had no defense. I just said, yep, chat be wild sometimes. Chat be wild sometimes. And that's yep. It's not wrong. Also, I'm sorry you can see me now adjusting every time I adjust in my chair. That is so funny. It was very funny. Victim. Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple times when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. That sounds like fun. Just once I would love to have played with them. It sounds fun, but it was only ever one person taking the shot. The only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir. On second thought, I don't think I'd fit in at all well with them. Yourself, Maggie? Maggie Bird, I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective? She was under my supervision back when she was still in the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. So I thought until a few hours ago. Dear Doomgak, thank you, Kane. Right before I was about to clock out for the night, you got caught up in this whole whirlwind of a case, correct? Don't worry. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Wow, she's just like me. Since I was 9 months old, I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit with all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. And now I've even managed to be named a criminal just when I've become a security guard. Is she just like you? Okay, maybe not quite as bad as her. But yes, very unlucky. That's a lot to go through in one lifetime. I know! And just when I thought I was finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird. Nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Is her name literally girl, but in British? Bird? I don't know. Oh, is it? I don't know that. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. Master key. Ooh. Can we zoom in? Whee! Yeah, I don't. When did you discover that the master key was missing? By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. But I noticed it was back around 2:30. I was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those two times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? It's not like that, sir. No worries, Sylvie. Go get some sleep. Thank you for stopping in. We always kept the key further inside the room, away from the window. Always, you say. Except for this time, correct? Well, I admit that it was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out by the window ledge. She used the master key. When did you use it? What did you mean by you use the master key? Oh, I had to open a door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah. What is it? That's right. I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. Ma'am, it's been literally like 2 hours. How? How did you forget? It was Mr. Portsman, sir. What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly. It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to the security, sir. And that's when you loaned him the master key. No way! It's against regulation to loan the master key out to anyone. I had walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally. I see. And then? What happened after that? Well, he called me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. This was around 1:30 a.m., sir. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Talk about suspicious. I doubt you can say that you never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door. Thank you, Maggie. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. 1203, I take it this is Mr. Portsman's office. Yeah, you can't mistake it because of the basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portman actually wanted room 202 really badly. Mr. Edgeworth, but since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him in the room next door. So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202? I'm not sure, but that is because it has something to do with his birthday being December 2nd. Yep, that's gotta be it. I can't think of any other reason why. I can think of at least 3. Am I even wasting time thinking about this? The door is locked tight. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, Mr. Edgeworth. This is an office of a high prosecutor, Detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them. Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is. I might advise you return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from. Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop. I can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office. But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. How long have I had the same office, and yet you still managed to get lost? Minimalistic, classy door, blah, 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 blah. That's kind of majestic. Yes, blah, blah, blah. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified because his work... Just because he works behind one of these. Nonsense. A man does not become more or less dignified by where he works. Well, it still means he's more dignified than Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne. I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. Ooh. That. Yes. Gumshoe, do you want to talk? Want to talk, friend? Yes, sir. Anything of interest? Detective Gumshoe, you look rather intrigued by something. Care to share? It's nothing. I just noticed that Mr. Portman calls his partner Jim. And the detective in that Sunday night drama, All My Cops, is named Jim too. I bet one of them is a big fan of that show. You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too? Of course! That tight bond of friendship between a prosecutor and detective is great, sir. That's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Ho ho ho. How was that the first clip? Truly magical? I have no idea how that one was the first clip. Yeah, and she proceeded to watch no other clips. So, your legacy lives on. Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking it with pity. How can you say that, sir? After all we've been through. About investigating. I'm assuming you understand how to conduct investigations, correct, Gumshoe? Of course, sir. Examine everything and anything with space. By checking various things out, we can gather all sorts of evidence and information. And you can see the evidence you've collected with E. For information and leads, it's Q. That's it. Great job, sir. Deductive reasonable is the way to go. Is that... Am I losing it? Is that correct? Is that correct grammar? Am I losing it? Losing my mind? I don't think it is, right? Okay. Ooh. It's called deductive reasoning, detective. Clearly something you lack. Okay, I was not the only one who was like, did I just have a stroke reading that? Talking to witnesses. About Miss Bird. No way she's the killer. Please don't tell me you buy that accusation, sir. Rest assured, I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask her a few things regarding her. I need to ask her a few things regarding her security guard position. Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and then press space. Then you two can talk about whatever topic you pick. When you want to ask her about evidence, all you have to do is present it to her with T. After you choose what to show her, just press T again, and off you two go. I recommend showing different people different things. You'd be surprised what to say. Thank you for the explanation, though I don't recall asking. Oh, just so you know, sir, you can show me evidence the same way, too. I do believe it's time to get down to business and ask some questions of Miss Bird. Ignore it again. Do I have anything I can show Gumshoe? No. Other than maybe the gun. Oh. Uh-oh. Gumshoe, I need you to move. I want to talk to someone else. I like how you can actually walk around in this game. Yeah! It's good. T. So we've done that one. We wouldn't have known about the safe. Does she know about this? I'm just a lily security guard, so I'm not sure what I should do other than guard it. It's likely talking to another Gumshoe. Where were you around 12:05? Nope, same thing. Gun? You have a gun, ma'am? No. Did you know about this? No. I remember if I have to press her for anything. Or you. Is everything all right? Yes, sir. You must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds. Congratulations, but I was asking about the hallway in the room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. Word of advice, stay focused or you might start to lose even more weight. I'm like now trying to figure out what like the average like weight for. Because I assume that's fairly light for guys, right? Depending on height. Already checked this area. Okay. How much was it? 154 pounds. I weigh, yeah, it is light. I weigh that much. And in normal unit. What's that in normal? That's like 60 something kilograms. I think that's like 68. I could be wrong. Pretty light. That's almost what I weigh, yeah. You know the sad thing about that is, you guys say that's light, right? For a guy. That's heavy for a girl. Sad. So I don't think she has any more evidence. What am I missing? Am Might be gumshoe, right? Depending on height. Hmm. Is it gumshoe? Shoe? Gumshoe. Can he talk to you? Yes, sir. Ace investigator. I was wondering about the investigation. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Let a real seasoned pro teach you how it's done. A real seasoned pro. Of instant noodle cuisine, perhaps. Most gorgeous woman I've ever seen was 80 kilograms. Oh? I guess it does depend. Average American weight is 170, so more than that. No worries, Samu. Check the details. Yes. If the area is too big, use to take a look around. Up, down, left, right. Up, down, left, right. Press deduction. Press T. Press T. And choose your poison. I mean evidence. Press T again. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Get back now, y'all. Cha-cha, real smooth. Okay, this is just more tutorial. Gumshoe, can you tell me about the gun? Victim's gun, huh? It's the same model as mine. A tool to protect lives, yet one can also take lives away. Those who take a gun and wield it with great responsibility. I hope you understand that. I don't really use my gun at all, sir. The only time I would really use this baby is when I'm fighting a hot duel with a convict to look extra cool. You were doing so well until that last bit. Okay. Oh, maybe I just have to do... Can I cue? Okay. Master key was stolen. Use master key. Another handgun. These two? Yeah. Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal. I mean, sir. You said that you locked up Mr. Portman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow. Nothing gets past you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I'd totally forgotten about that, but thanks to you, I've remembered it now. You're right. It was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing. And... well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? Yeah, you could have. So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. You pretended? Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir. In actuality, you never did relock the door then. Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. But it is. But it is locked. but it is.
Eureka!
Eureka! There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird said is true, then why is the door locked tight? Huh. You know, you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself. I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't. Which means what, sir? It means that he either does actually have his key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. He opened a different door? But how can you prove that? It's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is examine these. On this doorknob. Because it should show right. Or not right, sorry. It should show Edgeworth. And it should show both people. But if it doesn't show her, then the prints on the doorknob will tell us everything. Hey, you pal, can you do us a favor and see if you can lift prints from this, okay? So, what'd you find out? There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, detective. Sir, I have only found Mr. Portsman and Mr. Faith's prints on the doorknob, sir. So, only 2 people's prints are found on this door, huh? That's pretty decisive. Huh? I'm lost, sir. Think logically. A certain other person's prints should be on this doorknob as well. Now then, whose prints should also be on this doorknob? Miss Bird. Miss Maggie Bird. Or Bird prints. It must be on here. Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent? I mean, technically with how this door works, she could have not touched the doorknob at all. But we'll just ignore that. Love that voice unreasonably? Why? What do we mean? We like the voice? Or just it being random? You mean... Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Maggie Bird. Maggie Bird. That one? What do we have here? Sorry, jamming out to the music. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Well, letter? What is this? Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone. But it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up with you later, buddy. Looks like a note from the victim. Yeah, and it's for Mr. Portsman. And then the indent in the carpet. What's this? What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweaty Seriously, sweet swam dunk. God damn it. The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I better take note of this. Thank you so much for the follow, Francisca von Karma. Thank you. I hope you are doing well. Sorry, that took me off guard slightly. I'm sorry, I am playing as Mr. Edgeworth for you. I apologize. Thank you for the head pats. Wait, Samu, do you know what the name, do you know? Or are me and Kane the only one in the loop? I know Umgak doesn't know. It's highly familiar. Okay, cool. But yes, thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I will try and do you proud. I will try and do you proud. Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. How so, sir? In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth! So as long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman. What? Mr. Portsman? I knew it. That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. That is anything but logical. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. Portsman, Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letter, sir. All right, let me take a gander. Pass it here. Looking good. You there. Take good care of this. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now. All of your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. Huh? You must be pretty upset, getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can say, if you promise to stay out of our way, you intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. I can see through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear, you cowl. Upon your cowl. Ha ha. Who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred. Is it Manfred? Manfred von Karma. Manfred von Karma. Right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case in 40 long years. But there's always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I gotta stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know? Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours is now is to explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, aren't we full of ourselves? Even though you have yet to prove anything. Must resist. What must resist? I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Sorry, but we're not finished yet. Wait, you hate the writing on that? Which one? Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something? I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on. With evidence. Hmm. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind. That one? There's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how might I ask, do you suppose you did? Did. Oh, wait.
Objection!
Nope. God damn it. I should have pressed. I should have pressed. A huge flaw in your logic, really? I think that holds up rather well, actually. What do you think is wrong with it? God damn it, I should have pressed. Concentrate. I know, I know.
Hold it!
Unfortunately, I believe I've already shown how earlier. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? Yes. You claim to have no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. Very well then. I propose that you use this to open my door. The key.
Take that!
Yeah. I believe you were able to open my office. The master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait. Hold on a second. I never laid a finger on that key, as you know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a finger. Well, maybe you did, but only but only to direct. That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key.
Take that!
You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you. Yes. Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. It happens a bit too often for my taste, you know. But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it? What? You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir. See, Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? And how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right. They do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you then used one thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours, and not, in fact, mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room? The basketball hoop.
Take that!
Take that. What? The basketball hoop, sir? It's quite a peculiar feature in any hallway, let alone in a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. No, it was peculiar. Yeah. That's very true, sir. Because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portman's. There are signs that the hoop has been moved. Sit in front of my door, to be sure. I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I'd hoped that I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I am pure as innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket's not dirty. I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one who truly covered in slime here. Yes, expose the sleazeball. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. Where are you now?
Hold it!
Where are you now? What were you doing in your office? I was doing my usual training regime. Training regime? What were you doing Were you going through your law books from start to finish? Mainly batting practice and some weights. Oh, and I jog when I get the chance. Wow, you must be the buffest prosecutor we have. What do you mean? Huh? Okay. Gumshoe, you're blind. Or I don't know how padded the hell fucking Edgeworth how padded are those shoulder pads, sir? Like, I'm sorry to say, Portsmouth looks tinier than both Gumshoe and Edgeworth. With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem. I was doing my usual workout, so... Yes, we do. I'm going back to this one. So we have evidence. It's this one.
Objection!
Objection! Do. I don't have a finger toggle. I can't do the little head pats. That was a lie. What are you talking about? How is that a lie? This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note? It was left under your door. Or did you not notice? And right here, it says, but you're out. Were you not in your room when the victim came to visit? So then, where were you and what were you doing? Objection, we have evidence you were inside your goon cave, good sir. We have evidence to suggest that you were engaging in gooning, sir. How do you plead? Ah! Shall I explain in full detail for you? You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room you had Miss Bird open for you.
Objection!
That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me. Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence. No way! This is the positive proof that Miss Bird opened the door for you. There were no prints on your door. I had your door dusted for prints. My door? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right. I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her print should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Furthermore, all of the prints on my office doorknob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's prints were on it. Do you think it's time you give up your charade? We know you stole something. We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said, you had the gun to my back. No one gets away with committing murder in my office. And what's so funny, pal? Look at that stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me is simply too much for me to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world. What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all. He even backed it up. You're the murderer. So stop trying to be slippery. Just admit to the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints. Well, I can readily confess that I wiped that doorknob down as well. Eh? I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I just don't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. That's why I wiped the doorknob as soon as I could after you opened the door. He does. He does. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim and my prints would be on there. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? Oh, for all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. But you can't prove that, can you? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir. Yeah, Portsmouth makes a good point. I can't prove that he simply didn't overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had the unfortunate confrontation with the gun, at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around, I'm sure other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. You really think that it's perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir, yes. Sir, yes, sir. I will go check his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. Guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 a.m. You see? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Sportsman's rebuttal. Yes. It was around then that you heard the unfortunate conversation with gunmen, but exactly what time, kind of criminal affairs. It's around, I'm sure. Okay. I think it's this one that I press.
Hold it!
You're correct. It was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch and then, make no mistake, it was 2 a.m. Ooh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came to back to your office at 2. Hmm. 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 I think I might have to run through all the options.
Hold it!
But I know they also do that too. It is how you say, however. Yes, however, you're the only one that claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it meat you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Objection! Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, don't you? Beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. Like, I know what I'm looking for, I just don't have the evidence for it. I was down in criminal affairs.
Hold it!
So you paid the criminal affairs department a visit. Yep. Right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight to the precinct.
Hold it!
Well, we did go and ask to confirm your testimony. It was just like I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you at around that time. See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. Impossible. He actually does have the perfect alibi. He doesn't Edgeworth? Think. What's wrong? Why the sudden solemn look on your face? Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line. It's time to get off this crazy train. You there. Sir, please escort the young lady out. But remember, be gentle. Maggie. Detective Gumshoe. Objection. Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. Only had a clue. Did I miss something? That can help me cast doubt on his alibi? I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic. Mr. Portsman's alibi, who would have been, and the other handgun. Ooh. Would it be the handgun or the files? No, it's probably the handgun, right? There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life, and one that was nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows being fired once, meaning that it is entirely possible that a secondary gun was used in my office tonight. But, seeing as the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt that the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean that there was another person who paid my office a visit. Files, and that would also be why the files are separated twice. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve an issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder. So it shouldn't be too much of a stretch to think that the work was of two different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and killed them with it, and once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back,
Objection!
Mr. Portman, it seems I need to amend my assumption regarding this case. Great. So you finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth? Sir, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I'd assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that might not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief. A thief? But, sir, doesn't that come with some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that, in actuality, two culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean, two? It explains why both my shelves were disturbed twice, and how there were two guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. You could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, then you should have nothing to worry about. Yeah. Now, returning to my scenario. Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. So then this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right? Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith? But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which was why he was in the area. That's why he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess. Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into the office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman. Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. So he waited for the chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him. And then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left a fake dying message behind. You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? Well, if things are as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there is yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another visitor, sir? Yes, and it's this person's objective was to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through the shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems that the thief found their prize. The stolen zero file, right, sir? Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. So the shelves getting messed up twice, and the two bullets. It's all because two different people were doing those things at two different times? Precisely. So, now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, and was in fact not Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into another person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit. What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Suppose an if, and that's a big if, your theory is right. It would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument, which is you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor? Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with it, sir. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, sip. The person you really met was just a plain old thief. Then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. I mean, he's not wrong. That thief you ran into should be the real suspect, wouldn't you say? Sorry. The music is just too good. Music's just too good. We should be out here looking for that thief right now. They might be still nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I already said, I was training in my room. When Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at criminal affairs. But I can't be expected to know what happened here after I left. Do you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course, now is not the time to be having these dead-end discussions. I don't think it's a dead end. It's all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. He said it. He said the thing. He fucked up. He fucked up. You fucked up, mister. You oh no wrong spot. Doo doo doo. If you're looking, they might still be nearby. I try to repeat myself, but I already said I was training in my room. And when Jim came by to deliver some evidence. How did you know that, my friend? That was in the note. Oh, no, that's wrong. Oh, god damn it. No, it's the thing. I just have to press him first. It's true, though. Press.
Hold it!
Gimme, 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 gimme. Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? Ah, that's because he said he was tired and was going for a quick nap. You know, the sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. One of his habits. What of the evidence he brought? There are things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks. There we go. Ooh. T. Objection. Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece I think you should read carefully. It says Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces. Yes. And this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman. I can't believe to get tripped up by a simple arithmetic. Yeah, it's the point! The point! Where's that missing piece of evidence? It's... You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe? You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat him down from head to toe. What? Don't come any closer. I'm warning you. This is all part of the investigation, pal. So do you even think about stopping me? Yeah. Hey, what is this? He had this on him, sir. Forgive me, I'm delirious. It's all good, Imgak. Don't worry. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. But why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why someone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape a little more detail. For the section of tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. That one. Hey G08 incident. Or /8 incident. That's the police number, sir. Does that mean this video is evidence from that case? Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. Let's give the casing a thorough once-over. Why is there blood? That's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? No, you've got it all wrong. No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now, you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video. Yeah, it's totally suspicious. Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him? You did. You know very well there's no way to prove that. Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints. Yeah. If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on there belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faye. No, impossible. Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir. Very good. And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid. Real solid, sir. The blood work came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, we were able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir. It's nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apology. Oh, it was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it is only a burglary and a murder this time. Only? Only? If it had been a holdup or a hostage situation, I would have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to an unlucky person. No, you're still at the goddess level, ma'am. You're still a goddess level. Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. No shit. You know, something, sir? That Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor. And why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard that there was a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There are even rumors about how some of the evidence he used is forged, sir. Forged evidence, huh? And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons. Oh, that guy is a complete disgrace to the entire profession. I never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up. Although we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something. This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is behind the scenes. Oh, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard of the last of this. Huh? Then Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy? I didn't say that. But rather, that there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance of this piece of evidence.
Take that!
The missing file. The person who stole this file. The other villain of the night. Yeah, I wonder who it was. And what happened to the stolen pages. I wonder, who in the world was it that held me at gunpoint? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Yes. I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card. What is this, sir? Is that a bird or something on there? It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven. A three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective. Oh, I remember that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about. Yes, it is the mark of the great thief. Oh. Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the I'm gonna mess this up every time I say it. The Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about the thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once the target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card. Although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, something's written on the back. What? Let me see. It's the location where the thief put the stolen files. So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few keywords are popping up in this mystery. Murder in my office. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that that began to occur 2 days ago. No worries, Samurai. We are just finishing up for tonight as well. We are just hitting the end of this chapter, this story, so it's all good. Save progress. Okay, and that is where we will end tonight. Thank you all for joining me for our first installment of Ace Attorney Investigation. I hope you guys enjoy tonight. I am really looking forward to playing more of this. Because I love this series. So, thank you, Lumi. I appreciate it. Yippee was a lot of fun. Yes, yay. I'm glad. Let me do a quick check before we end. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum-ba-ba. Only two people. Do we go? Love hanging out here while I can't sleep. Mm-hmm. All good. Let me check. See. One more thing before we leave. Oh, and I will let you all know. Um, Wednesday, tomorrow, schedule is changing. Um, I have been invited to a collab tomorrow with Right Again with Mr. Rice Out. So we will be doing another collab. I think we're going to try and do a game with chat. We will see. We will see if it works. If not, we will be doing more orcs. So, slight change to schedule, but all good. Yeah. Actually, you know what? We'll still just do. We will go raid Marky. Um, because he's finishing up the last three roller coaster tycoon things scenarios. We will go raid Marky. But yes, thank you all for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Have a great night, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye.